back to the channel. It is another gorgeous day here in Washington State. We have really had a nice fall and early winter this year. It's been gorgeous. I haven't been able to get out and take full advantage of it, but I've been trying. Day before yesterday, I went out to Tahuya for the first time in a little while. Well, more specifically, the Dewado area, which is a really fun, windy, curvy road that sort of gets you from one end of Tahuya to the other. And it's a blast to drive, and there's hardly ever anybody out there unless you catch it on a weird day, which I actually happened to. It was the day after, it was Saturday, the day after Black Friday, so everybody was out, everybody had time off, and it was busy, but I managed to get down to Lake X, the little original Lake X, if you're familiar with the channel. For any length of time, you'll know this was predominantly a fishing channel, and before I decided to sort of head toward the EDC realm of things. Still absolutely love fishing, just really haven't been able to put much time into it the past few months. But anyways, ended up at Little Lake X. It's actually a little pond called Jigs Lake. It's more of a pond than a lake. It's pretty small. Don't go. God damn, dude, people scare me around here. Threw around a spinner and a couple other baits, but didn't have any luck. I originally wanted to get out and get down to Dewado Bay, which is a gorgeous little inlet down there on the Hood Canal. Used to take a lot of group drives out there back in my warehouse working days. Had a good group of friends, and we all used to go out on the weekends and drive our cars out there and have a barbecue. There used to be a big old oyster shack out there. I'll insert some pictures here if I can find any. We used to call them cook and cruise. A cook and cruise. It was a good time with good people. Yeah, a lot of good friends, including Mike, Hawk Hobbies. I met him when I was working warehouse work. So, yeah. Well, as you can see, I'm driving. I'm in the Civic, and I'm headed out to run a couple errands in town here. And then when we get back, when we get done with those errands, I got some things I need to do around the property. Figured I'd just make a vlog out of it, bring you guys along with. I also want to update you on the Leatherman Free P2 and the Spyderco Stretch 2. Too many names to remember. Alright, I guess I'll see you guys when we get back to the house. Morning. It is the next day. I filmed the intro for this yesterday and just never really got around to doing the video. So yeah, you guys are in a pretty familiar space here, the Workspace. It's just this little kind of a car enclosure you can buy. Just kind of turned it into a little workshop. So it's mostly dry. Got some condensation going on, so leaving that open all day is going to help with that. So yeah, you guys are sitting on top of a pile of junk. It's pretty embarrassing, but all my tools, I mean, every time I've used a tool over the last few months, it's just been left out. So now I've got some free time to do it. So yeah, I'm going to try to make this as interesting as possible, and then at the end of this video we're going to talk about Spyderco Stretch 2 and the Leatherman Free, I'm going to do this with my left hand, P2. Yeah. It's been a couple months for either one, so I figured it's time to do a little check-in. Okay, let me show you around real quick before I get you on a time lapse or something. Yeah, wide angle. God, this is gonna look horrible. Here's the workbench. Trash, targets, fishing stuff, tools, fishing stuff, all down there. That just needs to get straightened up, really. And I need to look at giving some of that stuff away somehow, because a lot of it's just never going to get used. Camping stuff. I need to get all my fishing shit, which is down there in the corner, reorganized and sort of set for winter. Alright, y'all, so I figured I can get a fire going. I got tons of stuff to burn, really. I should have burned it a long time ago. It's all gotten a little bit soggy, but figured why not get a fire going if I got the, I'm gonna be working right there, so I can just sort of keep a loose eye on it. But let's get this going the easy way. Alright, the fire's going. I need to go add some more stuff. Alright, I did as much as I'm going to do today as far as burning goes. Alright, let's take a look in here, because I didn't really get much done. I've just been really working on the fire. Okay, so I decided something. I'm going to take all the reels off my combos down here. I'm going to take all those reels off because they're not going to get any use till spring. And I'm going to store them inside so they don't get rusted or anything like that. No corrosion gets to them. So yeah, I've got five bait casting reels and 2 spinning reels. The spinning setups I'm going to leave as is. I'll store them inside though as well, but I'll leave them attached to the rods and ready to roll for trout if I can get out for trout. So yeah, I'm glad I got all that stuff done. I really am glad I got a lot of that stuff burnt, because it's just been an eyesore and I've been meaning to do it for a long time. And yeah, good stuff. We're getting somewhere. Got all my reels in here. We got a Shimano KS, Shimano SLX. We got a Bass Pro Shops Special Pro Qualifier, which is actually a hell of a reel. What do we got? Pro Max, Abu Garcia Pro Max, and Abu Garcia Ultra Max. Both good reels. Done videos on all these, I'm pretty sure, except the Pro Qualifier. Yeah, my Shimanos are my babies though. My SLX it's a hell of a reel. So yeah, all those are gonna get stored inside, which is rad. Now it's time to start working on this stuff. Hey guys, we are all done outside for the day, and told you that I would give you an update on a couple things, a couple tools. I guess we'll start with the Spyderco Stretch 2. This guy right here. Yeah. So I've had this for just over a month now, and it has been great. It's been in the pocket almost every single day, and the only complaint I have, I guess, is the edge. The edge is toothier than I'd like. Yeah, I'm used to a Spyderco factory edge being a little more on the glassy side, and this thing is on the toothier side, definitely. So it still cuts great, but doesn't cut as good as I want. So I'm trying to hold out and let the factory edge do its thing, but I'm so tempted to just hone this thing up, take the ceramic to it on my good old Work Sharp precision adjust, and just kind of glass it out a little bit. I might do that. Yeah, I might do that just because it's more enjoyable. It's more enjoyable to use, and it cuts better, I think, when it's got a glassier edge. The edge angle and the overall geometry being a full flat grind, I think it's all just. I just think it's going to be a better performer with a glassier edge. All right, as far as patina goes on this K390 steel, we've got a little bit out toward the tip there. You can just see on both sides. But overall, I was really nervous about this stuff like rusting out on me. But I got a couple comments on the first impressions video on this knife, essentially saying you have nothing to worry about. It doesn't rust that easy. But yeah, I still find myself taking care of it, and I wipe it down after I use it. Stuff like that, you know, just basic care and maintenance of your knife. I do want this to last a long time, so yeah. K390. Even though this isn't the glassy edge I would like yet, this thing still cuts like a beast. Oh my god, cordage, are you kidding? Especially with the edge, it's just, it eats through it. It eats through paracord like nothing. Cardboard, it does a pretty good job, but again, it could do better. I am confident that it will do better with a little bit of a different edge. So I don't think I have to do any reprofiling or anything crazy like that. I just need to hone it down a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I like the scales on this as well. They're really grippy, and they're just great for what I use the knife for. I mean, yeah, it keeps my hand engaged with the tool, and that's really all I need. So yeah, the Stretch 2, I'm stoked on it. Can't suggest it enough at this point, unless something goes catastrophically wrong, which, I mean, that's kind of the beauty of a lockback is its simplicity. But yeah, if anything crazy goes wrong, I'll keep you guys abreast of the situation. All right, let's move on to the free P2. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. I know this video has probably been a little longer than I wanted it to be, but yeah, the P2, a hell of a tool. It checks all the boxes that I need for my EDC, and it gets plenty of use. It gets tons of use. Great action, one-handed action, one-handed access to all the tools, which is great. All the tools lock. So I've only had one issue so far with this, and it was just a case of Loctite not being put on a screw that should have had blue Loctite on it, and that was, I guess you'd call it the pivot screw on this side of the tool, the side of the tool with the scissors. Yeah, this screw right here kept backing itself out. It backed itself out twice, to the point where when I would go to, you know, open the tool and it clicks into place like that, these tools would come out. They would fall out. They would overcome that magnetic force, and it was just really annoying. And like I said, it was simply a case of someone not putting Loctite on a screw that should have had blue Loctite on it in the first place. But that's really not that big of a deal. That is, if that's the only problem I've had with this thing in the 2 or so months that I've owned it, I'm a happy boy. I haven't bent the pocket clip out yet. It hasn't gotten hung up on anything, as of yet. Not the greatest pocket clip design in the world, but it's an okay one. The 420HC on the blade seems to be holding up okay. I don't use it that much because I carry a dedicated knife, but when I do find myself using it, it is a pretty good knife. It's okay for what it is. So yeah, good tool, good tools, good tool set, I should say. And yeah, I'm stoked to own it, stoked to carry it. And all right, I think that's gonna do it for today's video. Bit of a different one, bit of a vlog. Hopefully you guys got some entertainment out of it. I'm trying to make it as entertaining as possible. Thanks for the continued support in the channel. Thanks for staying tuned and watching the videos and commenting and engaging. And I really appreciate it all. And yeah, oh, and thanks for the birthday wishes. I recently had a birthday, and 32 years old now. Getting there, getting old. But yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to everybody that gave me some birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. It means a lot more than you know. Alright, I've taken up enough of your guys' time. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one.